Okay, so this is the video that I'm doing for my new X99 build that I just finished about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. That's it right there. I want to do this video because there's not really a lot of videos right now for these 980 Kingpin cards that I have in here. Let's see, we can get a closer look at these here in just a minute. But the case is a coolermaster half X, which, as you can see, I replaced the fans with, all of them pretty much, with green. That was the color scheme that I was going for. So we have two 200mm EVGA fans on the top. We have a Bit Phoenix 230mm fan here in the front, and then there's an LG Blu-ray. I still like to have an optical drive. I know a lot of people, you know, kind of leave that out now, but I like to have the optical drive. That's an LG Blu-ray burner, so it's like 3D Blu-ray and all that. Real quick, the accessories. That is a Black Widow chroma, actually, so it does change color. I just don't have it set to do that right now. Then we have a Razer Orb Weaver mechanical gamepad, and the 2014 Razer Naga mouse, which are my favorite mice by far. Then we have the Goliathus Speed Edition full-size mouse pad, which barely fits on my desk. And these monitors, which are two 24-inch Asus VG24QE, I think is the model number. But anyway, they're 144 Hz 1080p monitors. I really like those monitors. 144 Hz, if you've never gamed at higher than 60 Hz before, you are missing out. 144 Hz makes a huge difference. They actually do make a 27-inch 1440p version of those monitors, the Asus ROG Swift, but they're $800, so yeah, a little out of the budget for right now. But so this is the X99 build. As I said, it's a half X case. Looking inside, if you can see that, there's two GTX 980 Kingpin cards. Those are EVGA cards that they're the Kingpin edition, so they have the back plate and the RGB lighting. That's the EVGA Pro SLI bridge. That is a Corsair H100i, and the 120mm radiator with 120mm Cougar fans in a push-pull configuration, pulling air from inside the case and exhausting it out. So this build has two of those 980s, which right now I know a lot of people will say, oh, you need to water cool them, and I may put them underwater at some point, but for right now I just kind of wanted to get this computer up and running. So those have a pretty substantial factory overclock already. I forget the exact clock, but I think it's 1400 megahertz stock. So they also have the custom cooler, and they are a higher bin chip, so they have the pretty much, there's the VRM limit for the voltage is not what it is with this reference card at all. You do have the ability to increase the voltage a lot more on those cards, so they're pretty much made for overclocking. I haven't overclocked them yet. I was just kind of waiting to make sure everything was stable with the system, but I likely will be doing that very soon. The rest of the computer is an i7 5930K processor. That's a 6-core CPU. We have 32 gigabytes of gskill's RAM. That's DDR4 RAM, since it's an X99 system running at 2133 megahertz. It's a 1200 watt EVGA P2 power supply. There's 3 hard drives in the computer. I don't know if you can see them, probably not, but there's 3 hard drives in there. There's a 512 gigabyte Samsung 850 Pro SSD, which is the OS drive, a 256 gigabyte 850 Pro SSD, which is just for games and such, and then a 4 terabyte Western Digital Black for storage. So it has those three in there. All in all, very quick system, faster than my old system, which had two 780 Ti's, so that's impressive. I mean, those cards were pretty kick-ass, and this thing outperforms it. I'm getting about a score of about just shy of 20,000 on Firestrike, 3D Mark Firestrike. So that's about 4,000 higher than what I was getting with my 780 Ti's and my 3770K processor, just baseline. So definitely a lot quicker than what I had, and pretty much this build is 4K able if I wanted to do that, which is part of the reason why I did it, in case I do decide to make the jump to 4K. As far as the cards go, I am pretty happy with those. Not a lot of people seem to have these cards yet, so there's not a lot of stuff online about them, but they are very, very fast cards. Outside of the new Titan X, which was just released, those are probably the fastest cards that you are going to, I mean, pretty much that money can buy right now. Fastest single GPU card. This is the box that they come in. You see there's two of them. Very nice box. It has kind of like a, almost like a, I don't want to say leather, but it's almost, yeah, I mean, it's got a really nice material. So that's that. There's my claptrap. And that's pretty much my system now, the way it is. So very quick. I might do another video with some benchmarks. I don't have a lot of games and stuff installed right now, just Firestrike and a couple of things, but yeah, this should handle the upcoming, you know, GTA 5, Witcher 3, all that stuff with no problems, especially at 1080p. I mean, these honestly are overkill for 1080p. You do want to look into probably at least a 2560 by 1440 display with these cards, unless I mean I game at 144 hertz, so it's a little bit more excusable, but they're still overkill. One thing I have noticed though with those cards is that EVGA's Precision X is how you control the RGB lighting in those, because it is not, I mean, it's the whole thing is a custom setup. It's not like with the regular GTX cards where you can control it through GeForce Experience. It is custom, and you need to control that through Precision X. And I've had some weird issues with that, where Precision X actually will not let me change the color for the top card. It'll be grayed out, as like almost like the lighting option is disabled. And I'm still working with that. Like, they're really new cards. I mean, they just came out last month. I pre-ordered them, so I got them, you know, kind of before everybody else. But I'm hoping that that's just something that EVGA fixes with a software patch. But anyway, that's it. If you have any questions about any of the stuff that I'm using or any of the gear that I'm running, just leave a comment, and I will definitely answer that. So thanks for watching, and peace.